On Thanksgiving Day, my sister threw a plate at me, all because I refused to let her move into my house. Everyone at the table froze. My mother screamed that I'd ruined the holiday. But what they didn't know was, this wasn't the first time she tried to destroy me. This time, I was ready, and I wasn't going to forgive her. Not again. I still remember the sound, the sharp crack of ceramic against the hardwood floor. It was Thanksgiving afternoon, sunlight spilling through the windows, laughter echoing through the house until my sister lost her temper. She had asked again if she could move in with me. I said no again, and that's when the plate flew. It shattered near my feet, white shards scattered across the floor like snow. Everyone froze. My mother gasped. My father just sat there, shaking his head. Then came the words that would sting for months. "You've always been selfish, Hannah. You have everything, and you can't even help your own sister." I looked at my mother, then at my sister, her face red with rage, eyes brimming with tears that I wasn't sure were real anymore. I stayed quiet. I just picked up my glass of water, took a sip, and said, "You can't move into my house, Lisa. I'm sorry." And then I stood up and walked out of the room. They thought I was cold, heartless, unforgiving. But the truth was, they had no idea what I'd already forgiven her for. Growing up, Lisa was the golden child, the pretty one, the one teachers loved, the one relatives called so graceful. I was quiet, the bookworm, the responsible one. Lisa never held a job longer than 6 months. She'd move in with boyfriends, live off them for a while, then crash back home when things fell apart. And every time Mom would say, "She's just going through a phase. Hannah, you're the strong one. Help her." So I did. I helped her get her first apartment, paid the deposit myself. She trashed it in 3 months and left me with the bill. I helped her start a small Etsy shop. She spent the money on makeup and drinks. And still, every family dinner, she'd brag about how hard her life was, while Mom told everyone how I was so lucky because I had everything together. Lucky. That word burned. 2 years ago, after years of saving and grinding at my job, I bought my first house. It wasn't fancy, but it was mine. A small 2-story with a cozy kitchen and a big maple tree in the yard. When I invited my family over, my mom smiled politely. My dad congratulated me with a brief nod. Lisa looked around, smirked, and said, "It's cute. Kinda small though, huh?" That night, she stayed late after everyone left. She sat on the couch, twirling her hair, and said, "Hey, so? My lease ends next month. Could I, maybe, stay here for a while?" I hesitated. "Lisa, I don't think that's a good idea. You and we don't really mix well." Her smile vanished. "Wow, you're really going to do this to your own sister." She stormed out that night. Didn't talk to me for 6 months, until Thanksgiving. This year, Thanksgiving was at my place. I offered because Mom's been unwell, and I figured maybe, just maybe, it was time to try again. Big mistake. Dinner started fine. Lisa showed up late, wearing designer boots, bragging about her new boyfriend who might propose soon. I smiled politely, kept serving the food. Then, over dessert, she said casually, "So, forks froze midair." I blinked. "Lisa, we talked about this." "I can't." She laughed, but it wasn't funny. "You live here alone, Hannah. You have space. I'm your sister. Or does your perfect life not have room for me?" The air turned cold. Mom looked at me, not at her. "Just for a while, honey. Help her out." And that's when I snapped. I stood up. "No, not this time." Lisa's hand trembled. Then the plate flew. It shattered at my feet. Turkey, gravy, glass all over the floor. And my family. They blamed me. I cleaned up the mess while they left. No one helped. No one apologized. That night I cried, not because of the plate, but because it finally hit me. They'd never see me as more than a resource, the responsible one, the helper, the one they could lean on but never respect. So I stopped calling, stopped texting, stopped trying. 4 months later, I got a letter. It was from my mom, handwritten, shaky. Lisa had been evicted. Her boyfriend left. She had nowhere to go. The letter ended with, "Please, Hannah, she needs you." I stared at the words for a long time. Then I folded the letter neatly, put it in a drawer, and went back to my work meeting. Because by then, I wasn't the same Hannah anymore. I had built my own business. I'd bought a second property, a rental. The girl who once begged for approval had built a life strong enough to stand alone. Last week, she showed up at my door, unannounced, eyes red, clothes wrinkled. "Please, Hannah, just a few nights." I opened the door wider, just enough for her to see inside. The walls she once mocked, the photos of my new life. And then I said, "Lisa, this house isn't yours. It never was." I closed the door. That was the moment I finally understood revenge doesn't always mean hurting someone. Sometimes it just means refusing to let them hurt you again. Thanksgiving is coming again. This year, I'm having dinner alone. Candles, a glass of wine, peace, no flying plates, no guilt, just quiet gratitude for the life I built on my own. Because sometimes the best revenge is peace.